Okay. Are we good?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. Um
Episode 1 starts right
Okay,
now
yeah, we're starting.
with you.
Hi. Thank you for listening. And the end. Okay. So, I'm Sierra. Introduce yourself, Brody.
I'm Brody.
Oh, nice to meet you, Brody.
What's up?
So, kind of nervous. Episode 1. Don't know exactly how this is gonna go. Hope it goes well. Hope, it goes well enough to do it some more. But I guess I want to start off just by asking you how your day is. How have you been, Brody?
My day?
Yeah.
I've been working and stopped to do this, and I will continue to work once we're done.
Nice, nice. Sounds good. I had a good day. I went to Chick-fil-A with my friend, and I slept in a lot actually, and then went to Chick-fil-A. But the usual. Um, and now I'm doing this.
Going
So,
to Chick-fil-A is your usual?
yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Chick-fil-A, Panera.
Mm. Thanks for bringing me back Chick-fil-A, actually. Oh, wait.
Oh,
That
mm,
didn't happen.
I should have asked. I'm sorry. That is my bad. Mom actually got Chick-fil-A too on a little winkydink. Anyway, so, oh, did you hear iCarly's on Netflix now?
I definitely heard that, and Maddie actually watched an episode last night,
Was it good?
or two. I don't know. I was about to fall asleep when she started it, so I didn't really watch much. But
It's good. I loved iCarly like when I was younger.
yeah, I did too.
I feel like I don't wouldn't like it now, but that's okay.
It's funny because, like, I remember starting watching iCarly, and I think you're the age where you ended
For
watching
sure.
with the show and then started into Victorious and
Yeah.
whatever was next.
Yep.
And now, looking back, all we do is like hate Dan Snyder's,
Yeah.
Schneider
Schneider.
stuff.
Yeah.
Except Zoe 101 is still.
Except Zoe 101 is like holds up for sure.
I
It's
think
great.
it's I think it's the lack of um laugh track, honestly.
Yeah, you talk about that all the time. Well, not all the time, but yeah, you
I
bring
do.
that
I
up.
hate the laugh track. It ruins everything for me.
See,
And even Seinfeld I can't watch sometimes because of the laugh
no,
track.
no, it wasn't. It wasn't even a. I didn't even notice it until you would talk about it. Like it's just a
Ugh.
part of a show to me.
But they repeat the same laugh and you hear the same guy trailing off in his laugh every time and it's just awful every
I
time I
get
hear it.
that. I get that. Yeah. I think iCarly was definitely like one that I knew you and our sister liked, and so like I liked it, but like it wasn't very much like an on my like I watched Victorious on my own. I watched Hannah Montana on my own, but I think just because of the age I am, like you were saying, it was different. It was
Yeah.
before me, I guess.
Yeah.
I think it ended in like 2012. So
Which one?
iCarly,
Oh. Probably.
yeah,
I'd have been 14, I would have been a little too old for it and thought I was better than it, probably.
probably, yeah.
Yeah. No, it
um,
makes sense.
but yeah,
And I didn't, yeah. After that, I was out on all of it. I think I ended up watching, like, Good Luck Charlie, you guys played
I
all the
love Good Luck
time.
Charlie. It is so good. I will still watch Good Luck Charlie and like actually enjoy it. I love it.
Right, so there's that. But I don't think I watched any other besides Phineas and Ferb. Past
Phineas
that,
and Ferb is
Phineas and Ferb
so
is
good.
the only kid show that I would
I
have watched
love
after
Phineas
that.
and Ferb. I love the people who made Phineas and Ferb. I follow him on TikTok. The voice of Dan.
Yeah.
Dan. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. The voice of Dr. Doofenshmirtz. But he's so funny. All of his TikToks, he's like
Hmm.
so funny, and he has kids, and it's great.
Jeff Swampy Marsh.
Swampy, yes, Swampy. I think Phineas and Ferb is like timeless. I think it's
Yeah.
great.
Do you know the NBA player got a Phineas and Ferb tattoo?
No, who?
I don't know his name actually, but you now I'm gonna Google it and bring it up.
Yeah, I had no clue. This is interesting. I'd get a Phineas and Ferb tattoo. Why not?
It's just it's just really funny and random that this actual uh let me look it up. It's hard typing with one hand. Tony Roten
Never
is a
heard of him.
giant Phineas and Ferb tattoo.
What's it of? I need to see a picture.
It's of Phineas and Ferb.
Oh my goodness.
Trying to pull it up.
I'd get like a little. I mean, I'd get like a little Perry the. Oh my.
It's actually Phineas and Ferb.
That's amazing.
Like their logo.
That's insane.
Phineas and Ferb, and some weird post of something that's probably about his childhood or something. But
That's hilarious.
And it's not like a guy who just entered the league. If I can find a date on it.
I would get one. Maybe.
August of 2016. This guy had Phineas and Ferb.
Oh my
tattoo.
gosh.
Yeah.
So he's just a longtime fan.
Yeah. He's a longtime fan, and the show, I don't think at that point had officially ended or it was about to officially
2016, yeah, probably about to.
And the other thing I talk about all the time with Phineas and Ferb is watching the premiere episode.
Yeah.
On after stinking High School Musical 2 aired on Disney Channel.
Yeah, I was too young.
Yeah.
But I remember it being on weekly still. I mean, it's not like that, too young for me or whatever. Yeah. But I remember, or too old for me. I remember watching it weekly.
Yeah. Well, it's like, SpongeBob started in 1999.
That's insane to me.
I was a year old,
mm-hmm.
But I mean, loved SpongeBob through my whole life, and even though I didn't
understand it,
didn't nearly enjoy it as much as I do now.
Sure.
But even up until like I don't even know 2008 or so, 2010, they would play the first 3 seasons over and over again. Or that's all I would see because we had it on DVD or whatever.
Right.
So I don't relate at all to some of the SpongeBob that was up, even when I was watching.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It is crazy.
Did you watch? No, I knew you watched. When weekly? Did you watch Sweet Life of Zack and Cody weekly?
None of the shows I watched were ever weekly like that. When I didn't realize as a kid.
Oh, sure.
That's how shows came out.
Yeah, I get you.
So they would say, "Oh, hey, an all-new episode," and you would hope that you've seen stuff leading up to it.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Or they'd allude to things in the commercial, and you'd have to like, "Oh, okay, so I guess this happened last time or whatever."
Yeah.
You had no clue.
Yeah.
But for the most part, the only new episodes that were like guaranteed to happen were holiday special.
Yeah.
Because that always happened and like season ender.
Yeah, sure.
They would try to hype up.
I don't remember watching that like on the TV all the time, except for like I guess reruns and stuff. But I do remember Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
Yeah.
Or wait, On Deck.
Sweet Life on Deck was
Sweet Life on Deck, yeah. And I remember watching that and enjoying it more because I thought that was like cooler because they're like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It looked newer and And
Sweet Life on Deck was funny, but it lived out all of its tropes quickly.
Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so then they went on, on a cruise ship, and you're like, oh wow, now there's so many new tropes. But they never really. There's a couple things that had to deal with the actual cruise ship, but I think it was just, hey, these kids are pretty good actors for kids.
Yeah, let's keep them.
And they still have,
Yeah.
So I think it worked well.
I liked it. I like On Deck. I think it was good. I think that it was geared. Well, I don't want to say geared towards a different audience because it's probably the same audience, but they were just a little older. So they would play into more of the like relationships and things like that than on regular Sweet Life.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. It definitely felt catered to a generation.
Yeah.
Which is really crazy to think about.
Yeah.
Because it's like there wasn't a boom for them to follow. It was just.
Were those the first things that the twins were in? I mean, I know he was like.
Because they were in Big Daddy, Adam Sandler movie.
Oh yeah, Adam Sandler. Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't even seen that. Oh, and Friends, but like, that was so Disney saw them probably after that and was like.
I guess. I mean, once you're in that Hollywood circle, I mean, you've either had enough. Like Macaulay Culkin, or you're in it the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Like, or it consumes you like the Olsen twins.
Yeah. Oh. You know what I saw the other day? I saw a TikTok that was like, like this girl talking about how much she was jealous of the kids on Fetch with Rough Ruffman.
Yeah.
And I totally agree with that.
I loved Fetch with
It's
Rough
so
Ruffman.
it's so good.
Yeah.
Now I've got the theme
There
song
was-
stuck in my head.
Yeah. See, shows like SpongeBob, Phineas and Ferb, and Sweet Life, those were specialties that you got to see all the time.
Right.
Or when you went to your grandma's that had cable.
Cable, yeah.
Yeah. But Fetch with Rough Ruffman was you got home, you made a PB&J before mom and dad are home, and you watched Fetch with Rough Ruffman every day. That show was literally like Survivor for kids.
That's so true. That's maybe that explains why we liked Survivor so much, because we liked Fetch with Rough Ruffman.
Yeah. It's not like super dramatic and all that stuff, but oh yeah,
great. You know what? TV. Yeah, you know what I think was good too is like I think it was on Nick Jr. was Ni Hao Kai Land, which I don't think you watched very much because it was.
I know you watched it.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't just a kid show. It was like an actual baby. It was like a preschooler show.
It was a preschooler show.
Yeah.
But it was like I learned things from it.
Oh, for sure.
Which was
like
really
Dora
cool.
the Explorer.
Yeah, that's true.
It's in, the exact vein. It just the animation was a little more above its pay grade than Dora.
You know what also was good? Wow Wow Wubsy. But I don't think you liked
that.
that.
Just annoying.
No, it was good. It was good.
I think that's
Clifford.
Right around the time. Clifford was
Sorry,
good.
Clifford.
Anyways, Wow Wow Wubsy was right around the time that I think people started getting the hang of understanding that being quick and loud and fast and bright and onto the next thing constantly
keeps kids' attention and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
And
I get that.
I was a Mr. Rogers kid.
Yeah.
And take your time with everything and stuff like that. So all sorts of stuff like that drove me away. Like SpongeBob had some tropes, but it wasn't nearly as bad as.
It kept my attention, okay? But I think PBS. What was Fetch with Rough Ruffman on? Was that PBS? Yeah, PBS did a great job, I think. Like Arthur, Clifford. I mean.
Well, Arthur was Canadian.
Oh, really?
Something like that.
That explains a lot, actually.
Well, yeah, some of them would be Canadian broadcast television, and some of them would be private companies-ish that
like sold it to them.
End up being on public broadcasting.
Gotcha.
On PBS.
Like, I just think, what else would I watch? Oh, Curious George, but like Word World or Word Girl, Martha Speaks. I think those were all great classics that like taught, but you didn't realize it. Like, which is really nice because I hate when I would watch something and I could tell like this is supposed to make me learn something because then it wasn't like a fun thing anymore.
That's why I don't know. See, I love Schoolhouse Rock.
Yeah.
Schoolhouse Rock is amazing. I still use their songs for things in my brain.
Yeah.
But I'm an audio learner, I guess, too.
Sure.
But the same with I can't think of it now. I mean, Mr. Rogers did that to a degree.
Yeah.
Where, hey, you're curious about this thing, let's discuss it. But you're so young, you don't even understand what learning is at that point.
Right.
For the most part. So.
Yeah, I really enjoyed Mr. Rogers when I'd watch it with you, because you would watch it because, like, this used to be something I'd watch all the time. I didn't watch it growing up. I watched it, like, when you would be like, let's, like, throw it back to watch something I used to watch. And so I enjoyed it from a different, like, standpoint. I don't enjoy it because I have nostalgia with him. I enjoy it because I realize, like, it was so different than the things I watched when I was little.
Yeah.
And how, like, he's so patient. And, like, I learned from the documentary and the movie with Tom Hanks.
Yeah. It is crazy. Stuff like that. And I hope the same sort of thing happens to Reading Rainbow. Because those two shows, Between the Lions was also good, but it was definitely in the
scared me
Sesame Street style.
Scared me when I was little.
Of we're gonna be funny and fun. Learning was a priority, but it doesn't seem like it was number one as much as entertainment was. But Reading Rainbow, LeVar Burton and Mr. Rogers. Both of those were just in a league of their own, different than normal education stuff.
I never watched Reading Rainbow.
Right.
I'm just
definitely.
too young.
The only reason I think that I like Reading Rainbow so much was reading. For whatever reason, I could read stupid good for a period of time when I was real little. That didn't carry forward much, but
when did like Blue's Clues? Well, I guess it didn't really end because it's still going with someone else, right?
I don't know. I've heard that it's ended.
I am so confused. I've seen pictures of this other dude, and it doesn't look right, and it makes me confused.
I know there has been I think 3 characters total to play the role of Steve. And then after Steve, it was what's his name.
In my heart, there's only one Steve. There's only one Steve.
Yeah. Well, I was big time. Blue's Clues, Bob the Builder Kid.
Yeah.
Blue's Clues, I would go to the live shows with mom and dad, obviously. Stuff like that. I had the toys.
The only live show I went to was Sesame Street, Elmo.
Yeah.
It was Elmo's World. It was good.
Yeah.
I wish Paw Patrol was for me my age. I would have loved Paw Patrol. It would have meant everything to me.
Paw Patrol is exactly it. Paw Patrol is pretty much what Blue's Clues was.
Yeah.
In that sense of age group.
Did you watch Max and Ruby?
Oh yeah.
I love Max and Ruby. I saw people on TikTok. They make the cake that like they had. The little cake with all the specific things on it. It was so cute.
Yeah.
But
another great thing that gets overshadowed because there was so little actual talking in it.
Yeah.
It was very imaginative. And
I loved Max and Ruby.
Yeah.
Ruby and Max. Did you watch the Kit? What was it with that dog? Was it Kit? It's like that little orange dog, and there's books of him. Okay, never mind.
Nope, don't know.
Did you watch Team Umizoomi, or was that too late for you?
Way too late.
I loved Umizoomi. Oh.
I watched Super Robot Monkey Team Hyperforce Go.
How did you remember all of that?
I will bring that up as many times as I can because it was amazing.
I did not watch that.
It was also like a Saturday morning cartoon.
You know what I liked for my my Monday mornings when school would get delayed, but I would sleep in a little bit and then watch TV for like half an hour. You know what I watched?
What?
Not Wheel of Fortune. Price is Right.
Yeah.
I loved watching Price is Right.
Did you even know who Bob Barker is though?
No. Who's Bob Barker?
Oh my god.
Is that mean? Or I mean, is there someone before the guy who's doing it now?
Yeah, Drew. I love Drew Carey.
I love Drew
But
Carey.
Bob Barker was the original.
Oh yeah, no, I don't know.
He is the game show host. It's like, Pat Sajak and Bob Barker is it.
Don't know him, but I do love Wayne Brady. So I just got the Mario Sunshine, what's it called? All-Stars pack?
Oh, the 3D All-Stars. Yeah.
Yes.
Super Mario 3D All-Stars.
So fun.
Only available until March 27th.
Oh, wow. You know the specific date.
Something like that.
I love Mario Sunshine. I remember playing Mario 64 on my DS. Really fun. I loved the mini games, honestly.
It's just really funny. Mario 64 on my DS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because, yeah. But Mario Sunshine, I get so frustrated because it's hard.
Yeah.
And I'm not even that far into the game yet, but it's frustrating and it's hard.
Once you get the movement down on Mario Sunshine, it is really fun, but it is still difficult no matter what. Mario 64, once you get the movement down, it's like, oh, this game is sweet. And then you kind of coast through it.
Right. And there's also Mario Galaxy on it, which I have not played yet.
Right.
Which
That's the one I haven't played. I think I've played literally every other Mario game except for Super Mario Galaxy, which is absolutely crazy.
Wow. Literally every game? Wow. Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
There might be an odd Mario Party somewhere that I've not played, but I really think.
Sure.
I've played all the tennis, all the soccer, strikers or whatever.
I don't even know what that is.
Oh.
Also, I just want to mention, when I asked our sister Carly, I was like, hey Carly, what are some topics I could talk about with Brody on the podcast? And she goes, we were listening to The Saga Begins, and she goes, "Oh, you could talk about Weird Al." And I was like, "Yeah, you know what? You know what? You're right. I
That's
could
really
talk
funny.
about Weird Al."
Yeah.
Anyway, that was funny. I have a couple questions for you, Brody.
Okay.
If I could ask him, or for everyone listening. I the other day was watching something, and a rattlesnake came on, and you know how like the end of him is like what makes the sound, right?
Yeah.
But what is it in it? Is it beads that like are actually in the snake?
I have no idea, but you know what?
Hmm.
I can literally Google this in 2.5 seconds. And that's what I think is so funny because you guys ask me questions all the time that I don't know, but are easily Googleable.
Yeah, it's just easier to ask you, kind of. Well, it's actually not easier. But the thing is, when I Google something, it will tell it to me in a way that I might not understand.
So I just literally have to interpret
Yeah,
vocab words for you.
exactly. That's what I need, okay?
There are little bits inside, loose interlocking segments made of
What?
keratin. So the same stuff as your fingernails or your hair. Yeah.
Are you serious? That's so cool. I want
So
little pieces of my nails and I can rattle around and shake.
so it's like in the coils are bits that slide slightly when they shake.
Okay.
So they
Interesting.
move and they violently like shake it and vibrate
Right.
it. So it's not the bits necessarily as much as it's like the loosely it Google says word for word loosely interlocking segments.
That's so
So
cool.
yeah.
Wow. Okay. The more you know. Another question. Actually, it's more of just something I noticed the other day, and it's kind of funny that every time you mention someone, you're talking to your friends, whatever, bees are mentioned or seen or whatever. Everyone feels the need to share whether or not they've been stung before. They think it's the most interesting thing to be like, "I've never been stung," or I was stung once. Everyone is like humans.
Bees?
Yeah. If you're stung by a bee or not, like even I feel like I'm guilty of it.
I do see that it comes up a lot.
I'm
I
like,
guess I get what
yeah, I'm like, "Oh, I was stung once," and everyone's like, "Ooh,
yeah.
ah."
Everyone's oh well I've never been stung. Oh I have this one story. Everyone has the story. Yeah.
Right. Everyone has a story about
Yeah.
bees.
But I think that's true of a lot of things. Because
Yeah.
everyone obviously wants to be in on the thing, the
Right.
story, the whatever it may be with everyone else. So bees is one that's like,
I feel like
oh, this is a rare enough occurrence that it's
but it isn't at the same time.
right. But I think there's several things that have those one-offs.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. Also, no, I guess that doesn't really make sense. So like, yeah. Oh, actually, apparently, monarch butterflies are like going extinct.
Really,
Yep. You might. Everyone don't take it like for real. Might need to do like a little double check.
is
But
that a TikTok you saw that
no,
you gotta check?
it was word of mouth. It was my friend. She said it. She saw it somewhere. I don't know
So
where.
she saw it on TikTok.
Probably. Let's look. Also, why are they named monarch? Isn't that mean like
They're the
a
rulers
king?
of the jungle.
It's a butterfly,
They're
Brody.
a whopping 12 inches to a whole foot.
No, they're tiny. Oh, also, they're in a cocoon for 8 to 15 days. I just found out. But there's so many animals that are going extinct that I didn't even know. Yeah, they're endangered.
Yeah. There's
Like 29,000 is what I saw.
29,000 total.
Yeah,
There's
left.
no way.
Mm-hmm.
No
Okay.
possible way.
Okay. It's probably wrong. But that's why I came on. That's why I wanted to ask you.
I
So,
mean, I'll look it up. What I see is that they are endangered. No, they're denied the endangered species list despite super low numbers
okay,
falling.
okay.
And this was just published in December.
Hmm.
So,
Well, I figured it's worth asking
yeah.
because I think that is so crazy. To me, little tiny butterflies and birds and things like that are so crazy to me.
Yeah.
But
It is absolutely crazy because
I don't even know. I don't know how to get from my house to the store. I don't know. And I go weekly probably. But I have to use my GPS. So I don't even drive. But you get the point.
I don't know. From what I'm reading, it says that their count went down, but it was just 1 year of counting.
How do you count? Okay, whatever. I'm not gonna ask.
Well, I know they have migration patterns that like
Yeah.
they go to Mexico and
So what? They just count all
Southwest.
the ones they can see in one tree?
I guess. So maybe they've just migrated somewhere else and they're not counted, or
Maybe they like found out like a secret place to go, like Atlantis or something.
Yeah, Hollow Earth.
I don't know what that is.
Good. It's like
Okay.
all conspiracies are crazy, and yeah.
Well, that's when I am listening to a podcast and there's like a conspiracy thing, I can't listen to it.
Really?
No.
They hook me in.
No, I can't. Well, I guess it depends. If there's just like a couple theories people are talking about, then I could listen. But if it's like a whole conspiracy podcast, it's too much for me.
I've probably listened to 8 hours total of Alex Jones and Joe Rogan on the Joe Rogan podcast.
The Joe Rogan experience.
Yeah.
Maybe we should call this the Sierra experience.
The breakfast with cereal experience.
The breakfast with cereal experience.
Yeah.
But no, it's too much. I get too paranoid and like freaked out. I'm like anything could happen.
I don't know. I just run Occam's razor in the back of my head at literally all moments.
I have no clue what that is.
Occam's razor is just like the simplest explanation is usually the correct explanation.
Okay.
So,
No,
anything. People think the Earth is hollow because blah 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 blah. Well, actually, you're stupid.
Actually, you're just wrong. Dumb.
Yeah.
No, but they get me too worried. They get me, well, some of them I'm like, oh, that's cool. That'd be so cool if that happened, if that was real. And then part of them is like, I can't begin to think about that because then that means this could happen. That means this could happen. But that's just like the anxiousness.
Yeah.
But I think it's cool.
I think conspiracies on their large part rely on anti-Semitism at their base, which is crazy.
What?
In itself. Yeah.
Why?
Depending on what kind of hollow earth you believe in, it could be that Hitler and the Nazis made the hollow earth and they were going to live in there.
What?
All sorts of crazy.
This is a little bit off topic, but speaking of like hollow, I don't know. I guess that doesn't really make sense. But that made me think of like that movie, or no, not a movie. It's a real life thing where they got stuck in the cave mining.
Yeah.
And then they
South
couldn't get
America.
out.
Yeah.
That scares me. That's one of my fears.
Terrifying. Yeah.
But like things like being stuck and like, I guess anywhere like I'm not claustrophobic, but elevators. Oh my gosh, terrified to be stuck in an elevator. Terrified to be stuck, like stranded anywhere. I'm also scared of spiders. The usual.
Yeah.
I also hate like. What? You laughing at me?
Just going on like, I'm scared about everything.
Well, I'm just being honest.
No, yeah, it's fine.
What are your fears? Do you have fears of heights?
No, I used to have a definite like thing against heights.
Interesting.
It was short-lived, but it definitely was a thing for a while. Like I would randomly get the sense of like I don't want to fall, So then I thought maybe it's more of a fear of falling.
Isn't that like, kind of the same thing to me?
Yeah, but I love the sensation of a free fall. Like on roller coasters, the free fall is like the best part to me. I don't care about how fast it goes and stuff.
You know what a cool Taylor Swift lyric about that is? She says, I turned this into Taylor Swift. She said, she loves that falling feels like flying till the bone crush. And it's so true. She's also metaphorically talking about probably falling in love, but also in real life. If you fall off a building, it feels like you're flying. And then until the bone crush, you die.
I just want to say that we give music artists so much leeway when it comes to lyrics.
I
Like,
okay, they what?
like it can be good, but like thinking that
No,
she meant it falling physically and in love at the same time, like
she did. Taylor Swift is a genius, and that's a whole podcast topic. That
she's I'm not saying she isn't. I
okay,
definitely think she is. But
okay, good, as you should.
but man, it's this whole thing of
Over reading into people's lyrics and thinking that
yeah,
they're smarter than they are.
yeah.
Okay.
But you've heard the example that like someone wrote a book and then took a college course for writing and stuff. Well, that teacher was using this person's book as like an example in their class. Well, because it was written under like a different name, like a disguised name or whatever.
Okay.
They didn't realize the author was in the class.
Oh.
And so person's like, "Oh, hey, that's not what this is supposed to mean at all." And they're like, "How do
Oh.
you know that?"
I'm
And they
the
try to like
author.
skirt around it, but then you like end up failing and stuff. I'm sure
Gotcha.
all those stories are actually made up, but
Mhm.
it served that purpose. Like,
I haven't heard that exactly. I've heard just like the classic like English teacher like people making fun of him
why
being
are the drapes green?
yeah. What does this represent?
Yeah,
Oh, it represents.
yeah. Funny enough, my junior year English teacher uh knew was friends with the writer and director of Perks of Being a Wallflower.
Really?
Yeah,
You never told me this. That's cool.
I swear I have like 4 times. But
Okay.
anyway, uh, so he actually knew him and like was still friends with him. Went to high school with him in Pittsburgh or whatever, right? So he knew the exact spot, like where they go through that tunnel and
Yeah,
stuff, and there's
yeah.
that little overlook.
Of
He's like,
course,
that
the
was a real
tunnel
place
scene.
we hung out all the time. And he's like,
Oh,
most of this, not most, but several events are based off of real parties that everyone was at in the high school or stuff like that.
I don't know whether to know that's like cute or sad.
Yeah, no, definitely. But he also got the thing. He's like, the only reason he took a movie deal was if he could do all these things himself because
Be-
he didn't want it being misinterpreted and things like
oh,
that.
because there's like such things relate to what happened so much. He wanted it to be like
Right. And it was
accurate.
his vision of like literally segments from his childhood and stuff. So,
I get that. I get that.
yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I think, like directors and writers, like I don't want to seem like oh they're so cool, blah, 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 they're so smart, but like it's true.
Yeah.
Like I think music artists, like we were just talking about, are insane, are like whatever. But I probably
In a
think that
good way.
yeah, oh yeah, 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 in a good way. But that like I I guess they do get a lot of credit, but directors and mostly writers, I feel like
Yeah.
because
Screenwriters that put instructions down for something that
right,
yeah.
like do this certain movement because then people will get this certain feeling just from you doing
Sure.
this, which I think is really cool.
Sure, but it's super easy to put in things that literally no one will notice ever, but it's also just as easy to not care about something and
Sure.
then misinterpret it as
Yeah.
they did this brilliant thing on purpose or whatever, you know?
Yeah, I get that. I think I will watch like an interview with like Tom Holland where someone he's like this fan will be like, "Yeah, this fan told me about how it was so cool how I did this movement because Tony did it one time and it's like I'm taking after him." He's like, "Yeah, I totally did it on purpose. I meant to do that and it was just a smart thing for me to do." And he's like, "No, I didn't mean it like that, but it's really cool that it ended up being like that, but it was no way on purpose."
Yeah. Stuff like that always reminds me of Sherlock when the series was going through
Mhm.
its big boom when Doctor Who was blowing up and
Sure.
Tumblr uh, and it was just after his fall, right?
Mhm.
Everyone for literally 2 years, I think it took a long, nonstop theorized on it. If you were any part of the fandom, I mean, holy
That was
crap!
2 years.
I think there was a 2 year break.
That's insane.
It was insane, and
That's like brave of like a TV
no,
show to do, don't
they
you think though?
no, I think they screwed around with the script and
Oh.
didn't have any answers.
Gotcha.
And everyone at BBC hated it because
Mm,
those were the years when Stephen Moffat could do no wrong in certain eyes,
I see.
even though he sucks as a writer. It's like, hey, let's leave all these loose ends and take 3 of them and make it seem like I'm the most brilliant writer in the world.
Mm.
Anyways, I'm not opinionated on that guy at all.
I can tell.
But it just reminds me of that. It's like, we're gonna do a whole bunch of stuff, let you guys do all the work, and then say, hey, yeah, we're the brilliant people
Let me
who
take
came
the
up with it.
credit.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like, I am Sherlock instead. Very weird.
Hmm. Is that a different guy than who like wrote? Well, like the originals. Never mind. That's a whole different question. I don't
Are you
understand
talking about
things.
the author of Sherlock Holmes?
Yeah.
Oh, he's long dead.
Okay, right. I thought it was like a really old story.
Yeah, 1800s.
Jeez. Hey, question. Is that one show with the car guys, Top Gear,
The Grand Tour?
Grand Tour Top Gear, is that on BBC?
No. The Grand Tour is Amazon. BBC did Grand Tour and still has Grand Tour
Okay.
with completely different people,
Okay, sure.
and no one watches it.
Yeah. Also, quick question.
With Chris Evans, actually, but it's not that Chris.
Oh,
It's the
why'd
UK
you get
Chris
me
Evans.
all excited?
Because I think of that every time I see it. I'm like,
Chris
what?
Evans.
Chris Evans?
I love Chris Evans. I just. Anyway.
Don't do that.
Yeah, sorry, I knocked it up. I love Chris Evans. Unless he does something wrong, then I change my mind. I don't love him. I have to say that about everyone. But
I love the current public image of Chris Evans.
there we go. Except for that thing that happened with him.
His nudes leaking.
Yeah.
That was funny.
That was funny. That one, that's just weird. Never mind.
It is weird.
He
also hit on that girl when he was leaving the hotel. And it was just like paparazzi were all around and saw him publicly like get
so
this
weird.
girl's number.
Ooh.
No, it was really cool. And funny,
okay. When you first said that, my mind went to Vin Diesel hitting on the interviewer.
No. This was like
that was
a
a horrible
natural
thing.
way of doing things instead of being weird.
That's nice. But what I was gonna say is last night we watched a compilation of Impractical Jokers, as you do as you're falling asleep. That's what you watch, right? And it was season 8, and I feel so bad. I forget that one guy joined. I'm used to just bald guy, Sal. I don't know their names. I'm so horrible.
There's always been 5.
4.
4?
5. What? I thought there's always been 4 or 3, and then they added one.
No, there's always been 4.
You're kidding.
Not 5.
You're kidding.
There's always been 4.
How do you impractical?
There might be like a couple episodes without one guy, but
Oh my gosh. Let's see their names. Oh yeah, there always has been. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think you're right.
Oh, you know
Murr.
what?
Q Murr. Murr, that's the Joe and Sal. Yeah.
My marketing teacher in high school, was it marketing?
What about
something? I can't remember the class exactly. It was something similar to marketing, but he went viral and was number 1 on trending for a day on Twitter for when March Madness came around that year. He tweeted out, "Oh, great. Time to remember what channel True TV is or whatever USA is."
That's funny.
You know, because he was making the joke that it's only good for March Madness and nothing else is on.
Yeah.
Well, it's literally Impractical Jokers. And that's it.
That's
like
funny.
Now there's Psych and Monk reruns, I think, and that's it.
Yeah.
But all of the guys and USA like added him and
called him out.
They were like, "Oh yeah, you're so original with your joke," and he's like, "I thought it was original," and he kept up, and people were taking his side definitely more than Impractical Joker's side.
I love the Impractical Jokers
because I mean they're funny, but
yeah,
come on,
it
is true. That channel has nothing on.
Yeah, I didn't even really know what you were saying at first because I didn't know what channel they're on.
Exactly.
Because I just watch like YouTube or whatever it's on. But Who who else is like one of those guys? Sorry,
What
that's
are you
such
talking about? Are you going back to Grand Tour?
No, I'm going back to Impractical Jokers. There's some other show like that. Where it's of like a guy. I'm never gonna think of it. It's never gonna come to me. Never mind. We can move
I
on.
don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I never know what I'm talking about either. I just assume that like something will come to me in the meantime, but nothing did. So
Nice.
yeah. Oh, I did have one more thing I want to share. Where is it? Let me. Oh yeah. I had a dream, and I wanted to tell you because I thought it was funny. I had a dream. I wrote it down that we were in this small house, and I think it might have been like an RV or what are those
A
called?
tiny house?
No,
Mobile home?
no, like an RV. I guess it was an RV. Never mind. And there was like three celebrities there, and one of them was Andrew Garfield. And me, I was like freaking out because I love Andrew Garfield, and I like
Right.
kept hitting Carly, and I was like, Carly, that's Andrew Garfield. Do you not realize that is Andrew Garfield standing in our RV? And then I'm pretty sure the other guy was like Kevin Hart and some other dude, like I don't even know. And so, but I was just freaking out over Andrew Garfield. And we walked in, and like, as he was like coming in with all these like three other celebrity dudes, he like peeked his head around the corner, and he was like really weird in person. And I was like, I'm not, that's kind of weird because I like liked him as a whatever, as a celebrity. He was like my first celebrity crush because of The Amazing Spider Man, right? And which is actually funny on its own just because I never grew up watching Tobey Maguire movies. I watched Amazing Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield.
Yeah.
But and so I just looked up to him and whatever. And then we like started playing card games with him and board games, and he just was a terrible dude. And it ruined my idea of him because he just was mean. And now I like kind of want to not like him, but then I'm like, no, it was my dream. I can't actually be mad because he was genuinely just like a throw it in your face, like I'm gonna win, pouty if he didn't win. And we were playing was like cards. We were just playing like regular old card games, and it was sad because now
When I think of Andrew Garfield in real life, all I think of is the um I think it was Jimmy Kimmel skit where he's in New York and he like acts like Spider-Man and takes photos with the couple
I don't
or with
remember.
a kid, and they hand him like $20 cash, takes his mask off. Yeah,
That's
that's what I
funny.
feel like he's actually like.
I don't know.
Even though I'm sure
He's
he's not poor and everything.
he's an INFP, just like us. Just so you know, Meyer Briggs type, the mediator. But he did
Yeah,
do
more
that.
like 54% of people, not 5 points.
I know. Also, how old is he? Is he old?
I'm sure he's
That's sickening.
That's
Anyway,
sickening.
he
Jeez.
kissed he like him and
Sorry, old people.
they're fine. They're they have
They're sickening, but fine.
He kissed Steve, the one late show host. Is his name Steve? He looks like a Steve.
Stephen Colbert.
Yes, Stephen Colbert.
Steve Colbert.
That's
Yeah.
not right. How's Steve Carell doing? Anyone know?
Probably more than fine.
That's good.
Has he done anything since Space Force?
I don't think so.
He did that weird army PTSD guy.
Oh, the miniature one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
all the toys
that was supposed to be
he
good,
gets
and it
ladies.
ended up not. I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
No.
that's.
Real bad.
But like,
Something about Marwin.
oh yeah, but he gets a pass. He's fine.
Oh, he is fine. He was in The Big Short.
I never watched that.
It's all about finances and Wall Street. You would be
Hate
bored
it?
out of your mind.
You know, there was that one movie, that space movie that everyone talked about that I never saw. I think it.
Interstellar?
Yeah, never saw Interstellar.
Interstellar
Saw The Martian, I think.
was good,
Mhm.
but you have to know what to expect to a degree.
Remember when we tried to go see what's it called?
What was that?
With
Brad
Lincoln
Pitt?
commercial? Or yeah, not Matthew McConaughey.
Not
Not Matthew McConaughey. Brad Pitt.
Yeah, and they had a base on Mars, and everything was red, and then
Wait, I'm looking up
Brad
Matthew
Pitt.
McConaughey. Brad Pitt movies.
Oh, the name
Brad
is
Paisley. Who's Brad Paisley? Oh, country singer.
country
Ooh.
singer Brad Paisley.
Ad Astra.
Ad Astra, yeah.
Ooh,
That
bad.
movie was so
Bad,
awful.
bad. I'm gonna see what Ad Astra has on Rotten Tomatoes. Also, I want to watch Ford v Ferrari again. That's so good.
It's a good movie. I don't think it's so good, but it's a good movie.
Really?
I mean, I definitely enjoyed it, and I love that story
I
in
cried.
and of itself.
Mm-hmm.
I
guess saying I cried isn't saying a lot.
I also just like racing a lot, which is.
I think I just like it because our grandpa likes it. Yeah. But what's a good movie that's like come out lately?
Nothing for the past year.
That's oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It got 83 on Rotten Tomatoes. That is
Well, that's because movie critics are
dumb.
I can't think of the word again.
Hate to call them out, but
yeah, they just think they're better than everyone, you know?
Yeah, 83 on the tomato meter and 40 on audience score. I rely on audience score more, honestly.
No. You can't trust that.
I can't trust the people either, though.
The thing is, you can't trust Rotten Tomatoes, period.
I can't trust you either, though. You don't like the things I like either sometimes. We mostly have the same thing, but you don't appreciate Little Women the way I do.
I think Little Women was very good. I don't think Little Women was the film of the year that year.
I don't know what else came out that year. I don't remember.
I don't remember.
It was 2019. Or was it 18?
I don't
know.
know.
It was 19 because we saw it around your wedding. 19.
Was 2019 the year the Green Book won? No, that was 2018. That was the worst. That was like the least deserving Oscar winner.
Which one is that?
Best Picture. It's Mahershala Ali.
Oh,
who was great.
Yeah.
But his performance didn't make that movie a masterpiece. That movie wasn't a masterpiece.
Sure. Oh, Tommy and it just went live.
Oh boy, we gotta end now.
Oh boy, we gotta get out of here, guys. I got plans. We could talk.
Just say the plan was going simple.
Oh, that's a good one.
Did I say going simple?
Yeah, you did. You messed it up.
I'm trying to multitask on my computer.
Also, I've been watching less Tommy lately. More Dream and Carl and Sapnap. Gotta be honest.
But I've watched less of all of them and started watching 1.16.1 Speedrunner.
Yeah. Do you watch Puns?
Nope.
I love Puns. He's a good speedrunner.
He usually goes live late and only for a short while.
That's true.
So, but I've watched Dylan, Ben X, Rain X, Hurryway a lot because he's live in the middle of the day when I'm working.
Right. Oh, while we're speaking of streamers, I do want to mention Emo Fergie. You should go check him out because he's our friend Jeremy, and he came up with the title Breakfast with Cereal because is it a gamer tag?
Yeah.
Whatever, I go by Cereal.
Yeah.
And so he came up with the idea for our podcast to be called Breakfast with Cereal.
He's a great variety streamer.
Yeah. He was playing Dragon Quest. Pretty sure he's done. He's doing some GeoGuessr.
I think Cuphead might be next.
Cuphead, maybe DuckTales.
DuckTales eventually.
Hopefully. It's a short game, so I think he'll do it. But, yep. Give him credit for the Breakfast with Cereal. He also said I should take the song. He also said I should take the song Breakfast with Tiffany's and turn it into Breakfast with Cereal. But I don't know if that's allowed.
You gotta do it, the Cutie Cinderella way, where she just had her editor sing the song instead.
Who will sing it for us?
Jeremy.
True. Let's get Jeremy to sing it for us. But yeah, wanted to give credit to him, and his wife because she's also the best and helped me came up with the name for it too. But yeah, So,
I think that's it for episode 1. We're 50
wow.
minutes in almost.
Wow.
Which doesn't seem that long.
No.
But
it doesn't when we just go on and on about shows and movies.
But we would do this anyway, so why not record it?
Exactly.
Cool.
Cool. Cool beans. Let's go, boys. Let's go, boys.
Is that how you're gonna end now?
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
Okay. That was fun. Okay. Peace out, guys. Thank you.
Bye.
I pressed record again on accident. Which one stopped? The square.